So you've learned about historical perspective, you've learned about historical significance. The third historical thinking concept is called primary sources. And it's my favorite. I think it's the greatest. Why? Because it's the actual things that we see from that time that give us a window into the past. And it's really exciting when you can, I don't know, find a sewing kit from the trench. Just to imagine what these soldiers on their spare time, on their off time, would repair their uniforms with this actual kit. This cigarette box, this is from the first Christmas, 1914. And it was given to every soldier on our side in the Triple Entente. And it was given from the royal family. And I'll just show you this. And basically what this was, the princess said, I'm going to give you each a present. It had chocolates, it had cigarettes, to thank the soldiers for fighting in the war. It was the first Christmas present, 1914. One of the most curious items is this one. And this is a horn. It's a powder horn, and it's made of a horn and also wood. It's perfectly made. No one really knows what this is. You see, we had bullets in World War I. We didn't need powder horns like we did. So this is much older. But a man in World War I carried this everywhere he went. What do you think it's for? Some people believe it carried rum. You see, to go over the top up that ladder took a tremendous amount of courage. And in fact, the British government, the Canadian government, gave rations of rum to the soldiers so they would have what's called liquid courage and be able to fight the enemy. And it's believed that this man carried this full of rum at all times. One of the things that once in a while we get are amazing letters. And this really is the window. You want to talk about primary sources. This is your perfect primary source. It's written from a soldier at the time. With hindsight, with 2020, we know what's going to happen, but this person doesn't. And this person is writing from the time. In this case, he's writing from Christmas night, December 25th, Monday. And of course, he's writing to his mother. He must be lonely. And the topic is 7 p.m. somewhere in France. The letter was written in 1916. So this is his second Christmas, his third Christmas in the trenches. And what's revealed is how life was like, stuff that you don't really learn in textbooks. He writes, I was out until noon today, but have been in ever since. They gave us a pretty fair dinner, pork roast, vegetables, pudding, and tea. Most of our boys will be out of the trenches for Christmas, but will be in for New Year's, unfortunately. They say the Germans had signs up in their trenches saying, no more firing for 48 hours during Christmas time. But last night our guns let loose and served him some good iron rations for Christmas. This soldier has just admitted that although the Germans wanted a ceasefire at Christmas 1916, Canadians fired back. This flies in the face of all the propaganda that were bombarding Canadians at that time, showing the German as a faceless, awful, murderous horde that was only out there to murder Canadians and innocent civilians. So this letter, written from the trenches somewhere in France, 1916 Christmas Day, give us an amazing window into the world of the soldier. And it rounds out our understanding. It's a primary source, and it is someone's life. It's incredibly valuable. Photographs give us a unique window as well. Even though they don't say much, they tell a story, an amazing story of soldiers in World War I. And it's up to the historian to piece together the life left behind, whether it's on the sea, on the ground, or in the air. The soldier's story is amazing. Even pictures of bathrooms tell a tale of the life of the everyday soldier, what they went through, the places they saw, the friends that they made. when you really look at old photographs, you can see camaraderie, friendships, hardships, pictures that tell 1,000 tales. Sometimes we're lucky enough to see photographs such as these, when you see the emotions on the faces of the soldiers as they look towards the camera. Of course, they allowed us to take our eyes off the target long enough to smile so that the picture man to snap our physiques. And the last thing I'll show you is this. It's a Brody helmet, standard issue World War I helmet. And your homework is to decide and to find out, why is it shaped like this? In World War II, their helmets weren't shaped like this. But I'd like you to tell me why the helmet has this shape. That is your homework. All right, well, let's get this guy back in his helmet. Until next time.